Good morning. Welcome to NTI Day 26. Read with me. Today we are going to read the text, The Summer of the Cast. All right. Oddly, one of the best summers I ever spent was the summer my little sister broke her arm. She broke it toward the end of the school year and spent the warm summer months unable to swim. My sister Amanda didn't mind the broken arm so much. She just hated that it kept her from doing her favorite thing, swimming. Amanda was the happiest swimmer I've ever seen. She seemed more content in water than she did on land. If we spent a day at the beach or at a pool, Amanda would be in the water the entire day. Maybe you can relate to Amanda. This is not an overstatement. We would arrive and she would lay out on her towel, place her flip flops. She would lay out her towel, place her flip flops carefully beside it, then walk into the water. When it was time to head home, one of us would have to walk to the water and fetch her. She would pout and protest, then do one last handstand, walk out of the water and collect her towel and flip flops, still in the exact same place that she had left them. It came as a surprise to all of us that Amanda was the first child in our family to break a bone. She was sweet and smart with messy blonde hair. She preferred to sit back and puff up her cheeks. Dex, take Elmo in your room. Sorry. Watching everything from a distance rather than get involved. She was active but remarkably careful. She had a sense of danger that kept her from even bruising herself. I was almost the complete opposite. My only speed was overenthusiastic, reckless sprinting. I couldn't manage all the energy I had and bounced through my childhood like a pinball. I would wake up singing and jumping and go to bed out of breath. I was always happiest when I was a little scratched up. That reminds me of my Dex. So we were all shocked that Amanda was the first in a cast and not me. The break happened after school one spring day on the new playground. Amanda was playing on a slider, which is a handle set into a gently inclined track. When you held onto the handle and dangled, you could slide along the track. Of course, it was more exciting to get a push from a friend and slide much faster than gravity could pull you. Unfortunately, Amanda was pushed on the slider much too hard. Her body jerked to and fro as she sped along, clearly out of control. Finally, Amanda lost her grip and fell, arching up and forward. She fell like a cat, twisting improbably in the air so that she descended facing the ground. For a moment it seemed that she would be okay and land safely, but she slammed down hard on all fours, wood chips skidding around her. There was a moment of eerie calm. I expected her to burst into tears, but she just whimpered and rolled over to a sitting position. Her knees were scraped up and her hands had wood chips stuck to them, but there wasn't any blood. She seemed okay. We walked home and she complained about her wrist. She cradled it delicately with her other hand as if it were a full cup of water, but it didn't seem any more swollen or bruised than her other wrist. When we got home, Mom could immediately tell something was wrong by our faces. "What happened?" she asked. Mom reached out and touched Amanda's now swollen wrist. Amanda turned as white as snow and her jaw dropped open in silent pain. "Your wrist hurts?" Mom asked. Amanda could only nod. Mom quickly whisked us into the car. When we got outside the doctor's office, we were moved through a waiting room and then into a checking up room, as Amanda called it. I was excitedly babbling, standing on chairs, reading brochures, and peppering everyone with questions about how x-rays worked. I was completely oblivious to the gravity of the situation. This wasn't a fun field trip. My sister was badly hurt. I don't like thinking back on my lack of care for Amanda. These are kind of the moments of childhood that you look back on and feel a pang of shame and embarrassment in your gut. The x-rays came back and Amanda's wrist had a hairline fracture along her ulna, a forearm bone, close to her hand. "Nothing terrible. It'll heal very soon," the doctor said nonchalantly. He didn't even look up from the documents he held before him. We were all anxious and upset. Mom was trying not to cry. I was shocked. Amanda sat calmly. The doctor applied the cast. It looked like an arts and crafts project, more summer camp than medicine. While we set her arm, the doctor explained everything that Amanda would have to avoid to keep her arm from becoming further injured. Amanda, like I, was fascinated by the process of casting and didn't seem to be paying attention to what the doctor was prescribing. But at some point, she started crying, so quietly that we didn't notice immediately. Are you in pain? Mom asked. No. Are you uncomfortable? No. But Amanda's face stayed screwed up in pain and discomfort, tears squeezing out of the corners of her eyes. Her legs, dangling off the hospital bed, kicked restlessly and crinkled the paper pulled across the table she sat on. She was upset, but wouldn't say why. Mom tried to distract Amanda by having her list all the people she wanted to sign her cast. She could only produce names in groups of 2 or 3 until she was distracted again by her tears. Mom gave up when the doctor announced that we were all done. Any questions? We shook our heads. Mom signed a few papers, and we were soon back in the car, exhausted and on our way home. Amanda didn't stop crying, and Mom kept checking in with her, barely able to hold back tears. Herself. Are you in pain? Mom asked. No. Are you uncomfortable? Itchy? No. Are you sad? Yes, she finally admitted. I'm not going to be able to swim this summer. She wept even harder after admitting this. In the doctor's directions for care of the cast, he had noted swimming wasn't allowed. Mom and I missed it, but it was the only thing that Amanda heard. She had been told that her favorite activity of her favorite season was canceled. The summer went on. Our fear over Amanda further hurting her arm quickly gave way to a fear of her ruining her cast by plunging it in a pool or diving into the ocean. We became preoccupied with trying to keep Amanda from soaking her cast as she sat by pools the entire summer, staring longingly at the water. We tried all sorts of things to help her. Baths, a kiddie pool in the yard, showers with her cast held out of the curtain. But of course, none of this was the same as swimming. Swimming is motion and exploration, not sitting or standing while wet. We stopped going to pools as often as we used to. I was grouchy about it at first, but then the summer became different. Instead of the usual lazy summer days of swimming and seeing friends, I stayed home more to be with Amanda. We gardened together, staged a play, and in what would become family lore, we planted a tree that survived both a lightning strike and being hit by a neighbor's car. When Amanda's arm was finally healed and the cast came off, we threw a big pool party for her and all of her friends. As everyone cheered, she jumped back in the pool, swam for 6 hours straight, and never stopped smiling. It was a great day. But in the car on the way back home, Amanda was very quiet. After a while, she turned to me and told me how much she missed our garden. Maybe we could not go to the pool tomorrow, she asked. I told her that sounded very nice. All right. So let's look at our multiple choice questions. We have your answer choices. Make sure that you read all of them. You go back and underline the support. You can put the paragraph number for each answer. You want to make sure that you use the process of elimination, slash and trash, to narrow down the best answer. And then our short answer questions, again, you're going to have to get a sheet of paper and write these on the short answer questions or on the sheet because you do not have enough room to write complete sentences. Number 8, what did the narrator do during the summer of the cast instead of swimming and seeing friends? So you can restate and answer this and then underline the support. Why doesn't Amanda want to go to the pool at the end of the story? Use evidence from the text to support your answer. Okay, so this one, you can RAC. It tells you to use the evidence to support your answer, so you want to include that in your answer. So RAC is number 9. Number 10, how did Amanda's broken arm impact her relationship with her sibling, the narrator? Use evidence from the story to support your answer. All right, so this one would need to be RACE because whatever you underlined or take from the text, you want to explain how does that show how it impacted. Did the relationship get better? Did it get worse? Did they end up doing things that were things that they both enjoyed, so then it brought them together? Was there more of a bond that formed after the summer? So think about those things as you're answering number 10. All right, our grammar for this week, let's see if I can get to it real quick. Let's see. So grammar for this week, remember you're only doing 2 sentences a day. So I'll go on and read those sentences for you. So you have 10 complete by Friday. All right. The movie Frozen 2 is on video for those that want to see it. We appreciate how hard you're working at home on your assignments each day. If you like basketball, there are reruns of old games on television every day and night. I have seen many Kentucky and Louisville games. Miss Brooks put some containers outside so each grade level could drop off their packets. Forrest has 2 guinea pigs that are so cute. He loves to cuddle with them on the couch. Do you think you will need any help with your math? Asked Miss Janet. Thanks to all the students who sent us baby pictures last Thursday for Lawler Spirit Day. When I drove through town today, I saw that Taco Bell and Subway was closed inside. The drive-thru was open. Spring means green grass, more rain, blooming flowers, and kids playing outside in their shorts. And number 10, Easter is about coloring and hiding eggs, making yummy cupcakes, and eating lots of Easter candy. All right, and then your writing prompt.
Mama, see, Mason.
Oh, okay. Your writing prompt for this week, you are going to write an article to give your opinion about the pros and cons of learning from home. So what you can do is a 3.8 for this is going to be an article, or you'll have an article, so you're going to have a title and then subheadings. So you could do 2 pros and 1 con. You could do 1 pro and 2 cons, as long as you were telling about the pros and the con. Not 3 ways that, not 3 pros, not 3 cons. That would be pretty difficult to possibly do. So we wanted to make it easy for you all, and the title of your 3.8 paragraphs should be like, you should be able to clearly see what you were talking about, if it's a pro or if it's a con. So this is an article, so you have a title, subheading, all right? It's not a letter, so you're not writing to anybody. I shouldn't say sincerely at the end. You want to make sure that you are having a title and subheading for each 3.8. Your introduction and conclusion paragraph do not need to have a heading, okay? So you can do 2 cons, a pro, or 2 pros and 1 con, as long as you were telling me pros and cons, not 3 pros of learning from home, not 3 cons from learning from home. All right, guys. So I hope you guys have a great last week of NTI. I cannot believe we're finally here. And I will see you all in tomorrow's Read With Me. Reminder, Miss Milliner is doing the Read With Me for your science and social studies text. All right, guys. I love you all. Have a great day. Bye.